OpenAI has recently launched 3 new audio models in their API, 2 of them being for speech to text and one model is going to be for text to speech. So in this video, we are going to make use of the text to speech model, which is GPT-4o Mini TTS in Python. And they have literally given us an amazing tool for this. So in this official page, if you scroll up, here we are having this try on OpenAI.fm. So if we go to the site, we will be getting an interface like this. So if you don't have this particular website, you can directly search for OpenAI.fm and you will be taken to this interface. And you don't have to sign in or do anything over here. So to the top, we'll be having multiple voices of both male and female. For example, let me go with this Nova. And here we are having the vibe. By vibe, it's going to determine the voice, tone, pacing, emotion, pronunciation. And I didn't add any of these factors. This is by default generated. For example, if I just click on this refresh, it will automatically generate us a script and it will automatically generate us this tone and pronunciation. So now let's see how this vibe is going to come for this voice in this script. So for that, we can just click on play.
Hello, I'll help you get to your favorite coffee shop.
So this is how this Nova voice sounds. If you want to download this or share it, you can do it. It will be getting downloaded as a .wav file. In case if you want to choose another voice, choose that and you can just play.
Hello, I'll help you get to your favorite coffee shop.
So by this way, you can play around with each and every voice available. And in case, what if you wanted to change a particular tone or pronunciation? That's absolutely possible. For example, here we are having the tone, right? So for this, we can just have it as fast, loud, something like this, and clear. Yeah, that's fine. And we can just remove this basically. So I've just given a cheerful guide, tone, fast and loud and something. If I play this.
Hello, I'll help you get to your favorite coffee shop.
You heard that right? The tone that we heard before, and now there is a slight difference. It's more loud and fast. So by this way, you will be able to add so many parameters over here. And not only this tone, pronunciation and pause, these things are editable. You can even edit the script in case if you're having any other script which you want to test how these voices and this vibe sounds. You can just add it over here. You can just type it out and click on play. And if you ask me how this particular interface is going to make our Python text-to-speech code easy, here comes the main part, okay? So once you are done selecting your desired voice, desired vibe, tone, the emotion, pronunciation, everything, once you have mentioned everything over here, here at the top you are having this toggle button. If I click on this, as you can see here we have got the instructions as a parameter. And we are passing this instructions parameter to the model GPT-4o Mini TTS. So this instructions thing has the pronunciation and it has also got everything that we saw there. It has got the pause and it has the emotion. So basically whatever we have mentioned over here, it's going to come in the instruction and based upon that it will generate the output. And here we are also having for the voice, so we chose Ash, so that's the reason why we are having Ash over here. So if we click on the documentation, so text to speech, and here it is having the exact sample code that we saw earlier there. And these are the parameters that we can pass in our instructions, which is accent, emotion, impression, tone, whispering, like these are the things that can be altered. And these are the names of the voice that we saw. I think we tried with Nova and Ash. So we're having streaming real-time audio and these are going to be the supported output formats. So has a lot, and here are the supported languages that they can generate in the output. So these are the things that are available. And now let's see how we can add this into our Python code. So first thing, make sure that you have Python installed on your system. If you don't have Python, click on the card. I have done an entire tutorial on how to install Python. After that, you are going to run the command pip install OpenAI. So if you have already installed OpenAI, there is a catch over here. You must make sure that you are updating your OpenAI package to the latest version, because these are new updates, right? For example, if I go to their official library and go to release history, here you can see they have launched the latest version 1.68.0 on 20th March, just yesterday. So if you have the older versions of OpenAI, this may probably throw you an error, because I was facing some errors. So I would recommend you to upgrade OpenAI Python package to the latest version. So to upgrade your OpenAI to the latest version, you are having this command, pip install space -- upgrade OpenAI. So just run this in your Visual Studio Code or your command prompt. Run this command, and if you want to check this, the version of OpenAI that you have, you can just go pip list. This will basically list all the Python packages that you have in your system along with the version, and here I'm having OpenAI with the latest version. Alright, so these are the prerequisites, and now let's just get started. So here this is the code. We can literally just copy this, and we're having for JavaScript as well as curl. You can choose whichever you want. This tutorial is for Python, so I'll just literally paste it over here, and here we need to pass our OpenAI API key. So it's going to be API underscore key equal to, within double quotes we need to pass it. So for that you need to just go to your OpenAI API platform. So just Google OpenAI API, click here, and make sure that you are buying OpenAI credits, because this is paid. If you don't get credits, you can't use it. So here you need to go to your profile, and you are having here API keys. Select this and just click on create new API key. Let me go with audio, something like this. Select the project, create secret key, copy it, done, and just put it over here. That's good, and it won't save the output as any MP3 file, because here we are directly playing it as a response. Later I will show you how you can modify this. So let me just run this. It's going to be Python, your file name.py, and hit enter.
Hello, I'll help you get to your favorite coffee shop. Let's begin. How are you?
So the input text that I have given over here has played. So now let's see how we can save it locally as a MP3 file. So for this, just change the response format to MP3. Okay, now we will be getting the response as MP3, and rather than playing it here, we need to just make this change. We will just save this as output.mp3, and we will write the output into this particular file. So basically you can just copy this, and you can just pause the video and type it out. Alright, so only 3 lines. This is just a print statement, so just pause the video and type it out. Okay, so these are the changes that we did. So if I now run it again, this time it won't automatically play the output, and as you saw that, right, I'm having here output.mp3 file. So if I play it,
Hello, I'll help you get to your favorite coffee shop. Let's begin.
that's it, we are getting the output perfectly. So now let's see how we can create a API endpoint. So from Postman, I'll be sending the text which I want to convert as MP3, and I'll be getting the output as MP3 file. So let's see how we can do that in Postman. So for this we will be using Flask. So it's going to be pip space install Flask, and now we have to import few things from Flask. It's going to be from Flask import. We will have Flask comma request JSONify, and we're also having send underscore file. So we need to import these things from Flask. And next thing, we want to create a Flask app. So it's going to be app equal to Flask underscore name underscore. That's it. So we'll be creating a post route. So here it's going to be at app dot route. So we can just have it as slash generate audio, something like this, and this is going to be methods of type post, because this is a post operation that we are going to do. And next we will be having our function name. So it's going to be async define generate audio. It's going to be generate underscore audio. That's it. And now we need to put all the code that we are having over here inside this particular function. So we don't need the input because we are going to send the input from Postman, so we don't need this. And we don't also need this particular async dev main equal to none. We don't need this function either, so we can just remove this. Alright, and now we need to just indent this entire code inside our generate audio function. So basically you can just copy this, cut it, yeah, you can just cut this and go here and paste it. So now you need to have that one tab space indentation like this, yeah. So I guess now we are good, like everything is perfect, we don't have any issues. So just make sure that the indentation is right and it's audio, yeah, that's great. And next we are done with everything. We need to just pass the text that we are sending from Postman. Data variable equal to request, which we imported from Flask, is going to be dot get underscore JSON. So through this request we will be able to access the text. And in the next line it's going to be input underscore text equal to data dot get, then double quotes, it's going to be text. And you can just have a checking condition. If the user haven't given any text, you can just return text is not found or something. You can just have that condition. I'm not going to give any of those. And here we are to send the input, so we're having here it as input text and just pass it over here. I'll just keep everything the same. And finally in the last line we will just send the output. So after we have like the print statement, just come here, it's going to be return send underscore file. Send file is also from Flask, and it's going to be circular bracket audio underscore path. So this audio path corresponds to output.mp3. So what we can do is we can just have a variable. So it's going to be audio path equals output.mp3, and rather than hard coding it, we can just use this variable here, okay, so that we can use the audio path here also, yeah. So that's good. And just put a comma. We are just having the as attachment, so we can just have it here as true. And next is going to be the type of the file, so it's going to be MIME type. So since it's an audio file, it's going to be audio /mpeg, yeah. And rather than having this as in CO, we can literally remove this, and it's going to be app.run. Alright, if you want you can just put here debug equal to true. So that's basically the code, guys, and I really hope this works. So let's just try it out and see. So exact same command, python your filename.py to run this. Yeah, it has started, it's on this particular path. So just open Postman and create a new request and paste the path. So this is going to be of type post, and we also need to copy this path, generate audio, and put it over here. Go to body raw, change this to JSON and curly brackets, and inside this we need to pass a key named text. Alright, so the reason is because here we have specified the data.get as text, so the key name should be text over there. And here you can just have some input, so I'll just go with hello, how is all doing, something just random text over here, and just send this. So as you can see, I have got the output and no errors over here. That's the video, guys. Do check the playlist of my channel. I've done a lot of videos in programming and AI tools, OpenAI, Gemini AI APIs. Check the playlist, subscribe me. Thanks for watching.